How's it going, everyone? Sethphir here, and welcome back to another Tower of Fantasy video. Today is going to be day 23 in the Ultimate Guide series, and we got a lot of good things to talk about. There is a lot going on right now, so we're going to go ahead and give you the breakdown. First, it's going to be the new and important news, followed by the Speedrun daily checklist, then the extra daily checklist, and of course, the After All That section, where we talk about some important things in the long term. So first, let's go into the new and exciting news because, as I'm sure you guys are aware, Frigg is out, right? Frigg's banner is out. We have pulled for Frigg. We have a 6-star Frigg, so we do have that in our weapon warehouse, so we can do some really good testing, and we did quite a bit of testing on our stream. We put it side by side against the Volt team in the same level of Bygone Phantasm, and the results were pretty close, actually. So I wanted to give you the official verdict on Frigg. I think that Frigg is a powerful carry ice character, and if ice is your element, you should definitely go for her. She rivals the Volt team. I think the Volt team is maybe a bit stronger, like 5% perhaps, but that might just be 5 to 10%, but that might just be like player preference in terms of how the play style plays out. And of course, I don't have the most optimal Frigg team or the most optimal Volt team yet, because I don't have max stars on every single character. But once I get there, I will give you a true final verdict. But I think all in all, the message to take away from is that Frigg is good. And if you want to pull for her, she will be a powerful ice carry to add to your arsenal. So if you didn't get Nemesis, you can go for her. Or even if you have Nemesis and you want a second element and you like ice, this is definitely going to be a strong pickup. I will also have a video coming out later today at 3 p.m. EST to explain why Frigg is broken. So make sure to check that one out. Then, following that, we have the official Road of Strife event, which is now out on the live version, and we will have access to part 1 of it. The way Road of Strife works is there's going to be 3 parts. Part 1 is the Stellar Divergence, which has to do with Stargates. Part 2 will be the Orienteering section, which seems to be some sort of race with motorcycles. And finally, Part 3 being the Doubles Mega Arena, which is a 2v2 battle, which sounds super fun. I'm ready to play with my friend and get in there and kick some butt. It's going to be a good time. So the way this works is you're going to get 1,200 star grit per day. And yes, yesterday did count, but don't worry, there is enough star grit every single day to buy everything in the shop, so you don't have to worry about that. But you can check out the shop. There's all kinds of good items. Red Nucleus, the mech bird pieces, as well as a few other goodies, joint op chips, gold, you know, the usual weapon augments and stuff like that. When phase 2 unlocks, we will see a lot more pieces, as well as more red nucleus, the final pieces of the mech bird, and then I believe there is a final phase that has the arena in it, so that should be something cool. I don't know if there's any more store items, but I think that the arena is just cool enough, so I'm down for that one. So make sure you're keeping up with that and keeping track of your star points there. It should show you the total in the bottom right so that you can know how much you have, so you're following this event. It only lasts for 13 days, so you know, make sure you're staying on top of that one. Next, we have to talk about something very important, and that is going to be upgrading your weapons. I upgraded my weapons to 110, and as you can see here, the next upgrade's pretty steep, but to just get the weapon to 110 was also very steep. So if I were to take this Frigg up here, and I've run out of materials, guys. Me, Whale, out of materials. I'm out. I got nothing, right? So if I were to take this weapon and try to upgrade it right now, I don't have enough booster frames. I just don't. Booster frames too. I don't have enough of these. I've used all my boxes. I'm pretty close to being able to upgrade a 4th weapon, but that should give you a scale on how hard it is. And I've been preparing since like roughly day 1, doing Stargates, like 3-star Stargates and all that. So you need to do some more 3-star Stargates, especially if you don't have enough materials for all your weapons. But make sure you do that because it's going to be a massive CS boost, getting level 110 in your weapons. And then also keep in mind your matrices can be leveled up further as well, so you can go ahead and develop those and level those up to about 55, so you're going to get an increase in there, and that's going to drain your gold. It did drain my gold a little bit, but the biggest thing it drained was the weapon material, so just a warning on that. It is just going to disintegrate whatever you had that was left and remaining, and you're going to be begging for 3-star Stargates and dimensional trials very soon. So that is just a glimpse of the future there. Next, we have a new update to the commissary store. Once you reach level 56, which I will get here shortly after, you will have the ability to buy the armor as well as the handguards. And now the handguards is very important because this is where we're going to want to spend our gold dust. The handguards is the best piece because it gives crit built into it as well as attack, and you're going to want to hopefully roll crit, attack, and elemental attack on these gloves. So you're going to probably try a few times to get a perfect pair, and if you can get it, it's going to be really strong for you. It's going to be your best piece to upgrade, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. So that's really exciting. We finally get to save up this gold dust that we've been hoarding forever, right? I got 5,000. I'm ready to go. I'm going to get myself, hopefully I'm going to go one by one, and hopefully I get a good pair of gloves so that I can maybe venture into some other stuff like maybe the boots and a little bit more after that. So that's really exciting on the shop part. I did want to point out that we do have a new boss in the Void Rift today. So if you head over to the challenge section and you check it out, it should be Silly. And you can go in there and collect her if you haven't got her yet. I have not, so I will be killing her to get the claim on that so I can work towards those free 10 gold nucleus as well as the dark crystals, which is definitely really going to be useful for me at this point. I need everything I can get. And then finally after that, we'll talk about the Frontier Clash. The Frontier Clash should have another charge added today, so it is still that physical resist and reduction rate, so this is really good. If you have Frigg, you're going to do a lot of damage here. If you have a Volt team like Nemesis, Samir, Crow, you're going to do a lot of damage here, and it's going to be a great day to go ahead and try this because you have been powered up. Since you will be level 55, you will hit level 55 upgrades, the level 110 weapons and all that, so your CS is going to go up, your damage is going to go up. So now is a good time to use one of those attempts, I would say. I'm holding a little bit more of mine towards Saturday, so I'll probably do all of my attempts on Saturday because I will be level 58 at my strongest point, and that will be when I will want to really push those limits to see if we can get 5 chests here in a legit way, you know, not crow cheesing. But it should be pretty fun in that avenue, so just make sure you're keeping track of your Frontier Clash and going for that to make sure you're not capped off there. Then we also have one more thing to talk about, which was the PvP season. It did roll over, so there is a new Apex League PvP season now. So this has reset. Everyone has a 0% win rate, and it will be opening at noon. So in about an hour. Well, actually, when you're seeing this, it's going to be, as soon as this video comes out, I'm sure Apex League will be open. So there'll be some fun stuff in there. You can get in, do some PvP early, you know, figure out what you want to do. But the new stuff is there, so the way that works is all those rewards were issued, and if you get any duplicate rewards following this season, you just get extra dark crystals and gold, which is very nice. So you're basically playing for more currency, which can be good. And as you did see on my character, I have the Grand Marshal title, which is the highest rank in PvP you can achieve, as well as this blindfold that I zoomed in on at the beginning. If you're wondering what that was from, that is what it is. And there is one more piece, which will be the Scouter, the like Dragon Ball Z style Scouter. Let me see if I can find it here for you. But it definitely looks pretty cool. So it's somewhere around here. It's in one of these sections. We'll find it here in a moment. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Dragon Ball Z Scouter. So if you want that, you can go ahead and pull that one out too if you got it from your PvP season. If you don't have it, then that's okay. You can work towards it in the next season if you want, but it's definitely some cool and fun cosmetics to have in there. So now let's go ahead and talk about our speedrun daily checklist, now that we have all that stuff out of the way. So there will be some important things here that we need to take note of because, as you can see, those weapon augments are requiring a lot, so we're going to change the way we're spending our vitality to some degree. So we'll talk about that here in a second, but the first thing you want to do is go ahead and make sure you take care of your daily bounties. That's going to be a large chunk of your experience. Then following that, the main story has no new additions, and we're likely not to see any new additions for quite some time. I was hoping we were going to get the artificial island at 55. It looks like we have not, so I went ahead and leveled up and checked that. So that's unfortunate. So my next best guess is around level 60 for artificial island. So I think it's being drawn out a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. And then we have to talk about the ruins. The ruins has a very fun one today. We have DO3 on normal mode, so you will be able to fight the dragon. It's very simple. You walk in, There's a dragon. You kill him. You get the stuff and you walk out. I love these types of runes. Very straightforward, right? This is good to go. Then you're going to want to go ahead and take your Mia's Kitchens for experience. You could save them to use them as a boost towards the Frontier Clash that you might have to do today. So keep that in mind. And then we're talking about Vitality. So right now, everyone's going to be most likely starving for weapon materials. So that means 3-star Stargates are going to be the way to go. I had one today. I did it already. It was definitely really fun. So make sure you're checking your Stargates to see the type of material. If it has 2 in the quantity for the first item, then that means it's a 3-star Stargate. So keep that in mind. Everything else is irrelevant. If it has 2 on the first item, it's a 3-star Stargate. So you're going to want to target that. If you can't find those, that's okay. You can still do Dimensional Trials difficulty 4, which will give you your choice of a tier 2 material for both the purple and the gold one. And you're going to need both equally, so that's a nice avenue to do. So if you don't want to wait around for a 3-star Stargate, then you can go ahead and go for that one. And then you can do Joint Top as well. Today is the boots, which is not a bad piece. However, the matrices are not the best, so you may want to consider passing. Maybe you buy your boots in the shop after you get your gloves, or however you may want to run about it. And that's probably going to be the best route to do on that one. So I would say priority on Stargates and weapon materials right now, because you're going to need enough to cover all your weapons now. And then when we hit level 60, that's going to be very expensive. So you might want to start working towards that. Just make sure you're good and covered there. Once you have done that, let's talk about the level cap. The level cap now is going to be 56. So once you reach level 56, you will be able to fill up the bar yet again. And right now it's 1.6 million, roughly almost 1.7. I think it goes up to about 1.8 at 56, which is going to be a lot of experience. And as we've been preaching since day one guide, XP is going to get rough to get, right? That's why we're saving those quests. That's why we're saving those supply pods. So in my opinion, now is a really good day to start doing side quests, because they're going to give you a lot of weapon augment materials and relic shards that you're going to need, and they give decent amount of experience as well. So now that you need those weapon augment materials, you're going to be thankful that you saved a lot of those, so you're going to be able to cash in, and that will be quite nice for you. So keep in mind that the next level cap that we will have will most likely be on Saturday. That's going to be level 58 on Saturday, so that's going to increase up. So make sure you're going at a steady pace. The daily should give you about 500 to 600,000 XP, and the rest you're going to have to come up with on your own. So you're looking at trying to get like 1 million worth of XP, whether that be from running the Frontier Clash on normal mode with auto, or however you want to do it. You could also go ahead and hit up Raincaller's Island, and also there's good chest routes if you're out there and you're an expert chest hunter. That's going to be the route to go for you. So that's going to be some important stuff. Just keep in mind that will be a bit of a grind, so we're pushing towards the higher levels, and we're going to keep getting 2 levels every 2 days all the way up to 60, and then that's going to change. And when that changes, we'll talk about that, and I'll let you guys know the new strategy going forward. Okay, so now we're going to jump into our extra daily checklist. So once you've done those things, make sure you check out your training. I have this little soccer training, which I'm not great at, and honestly, I think I'm taking a pass on the burgers. I think I'm just going to like not get the points. I think that's me. I'm just gonna not do this thing. It's so tilting, like all meaning of the word implied. It is so tilting. I hate this burger. I hate this burger thing. All right, should be banned. Okay, now moving on, let's go ahead and go into the daily gifts. Go ahead and check out the Black Market Hopkins for your free gift, as well as Cetus Island for the claw machine and the 3x play attempt. Once you finish that, head over to Hycros and go ahead and do your machine part route. Collect all those goodies, because you're going to need those to maintain your vehicles. So make sure you're doing that. And if you were part of the people who did PvP, you will be getting a new vehicle. So that's going to be new parts that are required to maintain it. And then also we are getting the new vehicle from the Road of Strife eventually, so you can get the mech bird, so you're going to need machine parts for that as well. So start grinding those machine parts. You're definitely going to need it. Once you have done that, go ahead and open the shop and check out your daily supply box, collect that for free, and then head over to the hot section. And you're going to buy the 50 crystal vitality pot if you're a free-to-play player. If you're a dolphin or a whale, you will buy the 100 after that. And if you're a giga whale or the leviathan, you will buy the 2 200s after that. But that's not me, so I'm going to take a pass on that one for now. And then, once we have done that, we are looking at support points, so make sure you head over to the commissary, check out the support store, and make sure you have gotten your supply chips as well as your black nucleus for the week. And then you can think about other things like maybe gold or machine parts. And if you want to check the cap, you can just simply create a team or join any team. And in the top left, you will see a newcomer assistance reward, and it'll show you the daily cap, 0 out of 1500, so you can track how many support points you gain in a day. Once you've done those things, make sure you look around the world for elemental ore. The lightning, fire, and ice nodes will be very powerful because you will get crystals and materials to upgrade your weapons. So you're going to get good gear upgrades from there as well. So that can be a nice thing to do in terms of farming. And then after all of that, we just want to put a little bit of a reminder, start working towards those weekly goals, signing in, all that stuff, spending this, clearing dimensional trials, all these things would be good. So collect those free materials like the Matrix data packs. They will help you out in the future. And especially when you get some of those gold SSR Matrix, you're going to be losing out on gold and Matrix XP, so you're going to be starving for that. I'm sure a few of you know what I'm talking about on that one. So that'll be good to go ahead and lock in there. And then finally, we have our long-term goals. Make sure you're farming for your mounts, collecting those vehicle parts. Machine parts, you're going to need a lot of, so that's going to put a big priority. And focus on these achievement points. You need to focus on these achievement points so that you get all the free rolls that you can possibly get, as well as the dark crystals along the way. And hey, collecting things is really fun. I'm a completionist in games, so I love to do these type of things. So make sure you're working towards that, because when Artificial Island unlocks, there will be a whole new set of achievements to pursue. Alright, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate all the support, especially yesterday on the live stream when we were pulling for Frigg. It was fantastic. We had so many people come out, and we just had such a great time. So make sure you guys are checking out those live streams every single day at 6 p.m. EST. Make sure to be aware that there is a Frigg broken video at 3 p.m. EST today. And if you enjoy this content, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell if you think that I have earned your subscription. Thanks for your time and watching the video, and we will see you in the next one.